There's a bottle of drugs hidden inside the beehive. Got a good morning, too. The mark is dyed a deep crimson. Sunrise, a few minutes left until death closes in. The mark scorches me again. Looks like we're out of time. I brace myself, then glance over at Mashta. Mashta, I'm counting on you. Sorry, this is going to hurt. I slapped Mashta's face. That did the trick. Nice hit. That clear your head a little? He's coming. We have to go. We'll do everything we can, but you have to do as I say. Right, you can count on me. I proceed to lead Mashta into the darkness. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. Something flies at us in the dark. A sharp pain pierces the arm that I used to cover my face. I think I got stung by a bee. Bees swarm around Shimio as he draws closer. I won't survive being attacked again. I pour the stinky liquid over the tennis ball and throw it. Shimio incites the bees. The bee cloud rushes at the ball. They must be reacting to the smell of the liquid on it. The bees swarm the ball. They look like a dense black cloud. I pour the stinky liquid over the baseball and throw it. Shimio incites the bees. The bee cloud rushes at the ball again. I guess the second ball was effective too. I spray Shimio with the drug and shoot him with the handgun. Shimio is wounded. A cut opens up on its giant body, and a bittersweet-smelling liquid pours out. Ooh, I'm not a traitor. Shimio bends over backward, moaning. Liquid sprays from the holes in his body. Shimio falters. I spray Shimio with a drug and shoot him with a handgun. Shimio is wounded. Shimio writhes in pain, his body jiggling. No, I don't want to wake up. Shimio hollers in pain as the bullets hit, but it doesn't seem to be enough to beat him. Shimio is weakened. Shimio is clearly weak. Now is the time to finish him off. I pour honey on the plant root and throw it in Shimio's mouth. He initially tries to expel it, but seems to realize something and gulps it down quickly. He happily stops its cheeks with the honey-coated root. Now we can finally see my family. He collapses flat on the ground, the deadly poison having invaded his whole body. His face is frozen into a peaceful smile, like a kid's who's just eaten a delicious meal. The bees continue to hover around the still Shimio. I don't sense Shimio anymore. Took long enough. Mashita is back to normal. His mark appears to have vanished. Mine is still branded red on my arm. Then Shimio wasn't the one who gave it to me. But I kind of figured that'd be the case. From what I can tell, when mark bearers confront the spirit that cursed them, they suffer extreme memory loss. That's why Mashita was acting strangely. I myself didn't have any problems, so Shimio wasn't the right spirit. Something is lying on the path. It's a small notebook. The cover's wet, the light of the flashlight making it glitter. It could be honey. Did this belong to Shimio? Or did it hide this? Okay, now I really don't feel like touching it. Ichigo, something's on the ground. It seems Mashita has absolutely no intention of picking it up. I give up and bend down to grab it. Flipping through the pages, it appears to be a diary. Save it from when we go back. We need to get out of here. Yeah, you're right. We carefully retrace a step back to the entrance and we don't get lost. Without warning, the light dies. Hey, what are you doing? This isn't the time for jokes. It's not me. What's going on? It won't respond. An icy cold shiver runs down my spine. I'm suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark forest is trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. If we just had it back, it feels so much better. I hit the switch repeatedly, silently praying. Just a malfunction. Once we get back to the mansion, we better replace the batteries. Let's get a move on. We'll be in trouble if it goes out again. We hurry all the way out and get in a car. Yo, you back? Ha, you did it. My mark's totally gone, but my mark is still there. What does this mean? Christy is hysterical, clutching her head. What the? We're in water over our head when it comes to spirits. Let's check in with Mary. Welcome back, Lord Ichigo. It appears that you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. It is unfortunate that Shimio was not the one who bestowed your mark. Good news is that at least Lord Shu and Lord Mashita marks vanished. A question? I get what the mark didn't go, but why hasn't Kristen? I thought she got it from Shimio. The hypothesis is then incorrect. What I mean to say is, another spirit must have given her the mark. I don't want to believe that. But it's true Christie hadn't been in her right mind when we met. It's definitely possible that she hadn't realized she had it already. Lady Christie received her mark fairly recently. Her memory is currently unaffected. But if she were to come into contact with the spirit that cursed her, her amnesia may accelerate, so please exercise care. Her amnesia would get worse. That would explain Mashta's strange behavior before we fought Shimio. Hey, old man. It's been bugging the hell out of me, but man, your hands are gross. Of course they are. I did spend a whole day walking all over a mountain. What did you expect? Okay, yeah, but you really reek too. Did you touch something gross? I think it's talking about the honey on your hands from picking up the notebook. I never did read that honey-covered notebook, did I? I take it out from my bag and open up the sticky pages. Inside, it talks about Honeybee family, what they did, and their ideologies. I can't tell if Shimio wrote this or someone else, but the incoherent writing spells out their fanatical thinking and hatred for society. It's fascinating and as abnormal psychology, but doesn't bear relevance to our current problem. The author seems extremely pious. Multiple pages walks on about each shrine. They seriously believed we'd face divine wrath if the shrine fell to ruin. All of the suicides in the forest, the numerous horrifying incidents, according to the author, they're all because of the divine wrath of each shrine. Each shrine, divine wrath. Strange. That part sticks out to me. After I finish skimming through, I tell the other mark bearers what it says. Oh, enough of that crap. Divine wrath, curses, it's too much. Guess I can write it off then. It's no more ridiculous than the idea that spirits really exist. We're dealing with the supernatural, so just about anything's fair game. Divine wrath? If that's true, then... It is almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. I am sure all of you are tired from walking on the mountain. I haven't been this swiped out since the last time I was at baseball club. Sorry, but I gotta crash. Later. Too much has happened today. I need a break from it all. I'll think about the future more once I've gotten some rest. Well, good night. Hey, Ichigo. I've decided to leave tomorrow too. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I'm satisfied. The big string of missing persons cases the Force couldn't solve, I figured out what was behind it. And I've basically closed the Honeybee family case I've chased for years. The truth you're seeking can be found here, huh? Mary's something else, isn't she? I can finally visit someone's grave. His expression's still the same, but it feels like he's more at peace. He accomplished what he has set out to do. Hey, Ichigo, this whole thing is too dangerous. I'm reckless, but that doesn't mean I don't care if I live or die. Sticking my neck out for you past this point is just too risky. Sorry. A tremor runs through his clenched fist. If you manage to escape your death, I'll buy you a drink sometime. See you. Now, Lord Ichigo, please Inform me once you are ready to rest. Good night. Facing Shimio. Someone stares from the darkness, and I feel them drawing near. Going by the state of my partner's mind, the spirit will attack soon. I doubt we'll be able to escape Shimio by fleeing the forest, so we'll just have to use the info we've uncovered. So far, I'm facing down. To do that, the key may be the whisper of control those that are different in exercise. Probably means to combine those things. Shimio has the bees helping him, so I should prioritize them. There is the storm. Could I draw their attention somehow? Maybe my bag is something to affect bees from a distance. He's basically a zombie, so how could I weaken him? Normal attack with a bat or a gun would be useless. What I wouldn't give for, some kind of occult gear that can raise the dead. How to annihilate a spirit? Burn it with fire? Maybe something more cowardly like poison. Regardless, I need to consider everything carefully in order to survive. The truth behind Shimio. The spirit vanishes and a honey-covered notebook lies on the ground. A certificate is passed onto the first page. Registration of the non-profit honeybee family, with an address within each city. It was signed 8 years ago. The goal is environmental protection and honeybees and their habitats. Their leader's name is Shinzo Maruo, so that's Shimio's true name. Contents of the notebook. The pages after that are full of incoherent ramblings. Most is about members of the honeybee family and the torment they endured from society. It's as if the family's pent-up resentment spews out with every word. The further I read, the more I notice there's a weird shift in the writing. The deeper into the pages I go, the more childish and nonsensical it turns. Journal record. XX. Found another suicide victim. The divine wrath is accelerating. XX. Spoke with the voice at the shrine again. Divine wrath comes. Must love bees more, or no promised land. That's no good. XX. A traitor among the family. Disinherited, sacrificed, shrine and me happy. Hate the police. XX. Almost ready to discard body. Soon. Last journal entry. Last day everyone went to promised land. So why am I the only body? Not enough holes need more. About the end of Shimio. For whatever reason, Shimio didn't die during the family's mass suicide. I wonder why. Does that mean the voice from the shrine wasn't a hallucination and some kind of divine wrath turned him into a monster? And the traitor policeman from the journal? It must be somehow related to Mashita. No time to check now. Are you retiring to bed? Good night. It's been 3 days since Shimio's defeat. Mashita and Shu have left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. We've not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. Death's footsteps keep drawing closer. Good work, Lady Christie and Lord Ichigo. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but I see. Lady Saya's study seemed optimal to contain something of interest. Chrissy and I just finished investigating Saya's Cujo study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit, nothing mentioned the mark at all. Hey, Mr. Ichigo, don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well, remember what I said about H Shrine? Right, of course you would. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all this spirit stuff? That's what Shimio's notes said, right? Everything happening in the forest is the divine wrath of H Shrine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disaster happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Isn't there value in looking into it? Exactly what I expect from you. Always so quick on the uptake. Chrissy is brimming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter, after all, so maybe this is what she was really like. So Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many unpleasant rumors surround the forest. If the cause of is H Shrine, then there may be some clues there. But even if they are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? Chrissy and I don't have spiritual powers. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian deity of the Kujo family. Over the generation, the hands have taken care of that shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then bringing you along with me, I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I am sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. You look worn out, and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. And that's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Ichigo, have you read the files over there? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in the H city and the surrounding area. Was Mrs. Cujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. These are all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the file back. Alright, should we head out soon? I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arc. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. I am very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman, this is a very precious experience. She sounds as passionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. We reach the old torii gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. They seem to be sleeping. It is most likely because Shimio is now gone. Each shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk towards the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Ichigo. You are correct. It is very cute. The rabbit stares up at the two of us, then disappears towards the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too. Indeed. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the torii gate and up to the stone steps. At the top we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this a shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. That black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't have to stay here long.